don't even think for a second that California is going to be recovering from this. Now, there's so many states in the US that do a much better job when it comes to cities. Texas, no income tax, non existent. Okay, just tax less and just making more money, it will make people happy. California is crazy. Like, they will tax the hell out of you, and then they'll be like, yeah, we're not doing anything with this money. And then after a while, they're like, yeah, we just went broke and we used up all the money and let's just increase taxes. Like, I'm not sure what the city is doing with the money. It feels like they're literally just burning the money in like a massive factory or something. But it's really biting California right now because San Francisco's business exodus is extreme. Now, if you go to any channel on YouTube and type in San Francisco walking tour, Los Angeles downtown walking tour, or San Diego walking tour, you're going to notice some big things, which is a lot of empty prime retail space, a lot of tents everywhere, and a lot of homelessness, and of course, the occasional drug markets, just out in the open. Like if you go to like Florida, you would not see that kind of stuff. Go to Miami, Tampa, Orlando, you would not see a tent. But now you do see the $200 million a year cost of San Francisco's business exodus. Major retailers closed down. We're not talking about small mom and pop stores anymore. Those are also leaving, but the big bucks are going to be like your Whole Foods and Nordstrom, which by the way have already left. And by the way, the largest hotel quits. Crime is going off the roof. Officials are bracing for a $1.3 billion budget deficit in 5 years. Now, pre pandemic, San Francisco has always been a place where they actually had a surplus of money. Okay, the Bay Area is a very wealthy place. I mean, if you just take the Bay Area of 7 million people and you make that into a country, it's going to be like a pretty massive power on a global scale because of all of the major companies in the Bay Area. But now with a lot of these businesses leaving, okay, it's costing hundreds of millions of dollars and a lot of businesses are not moving in. Okay, it's something different if businesses are moving out and then even bigger guys are moving in. But that's not the case. San Francisco, people are leaving. Now, if San Francisco didn't have the crime, didn't have the crazy high homelessness and drug markets everywhere, I guarantee you people will put up with the expensive city. But of course, not even tourism is flourishing. Okay, I mean, at least Los Angeles, you have some tourism. San Francisco, it is so bad. Okay, honestly, when I look through the streets of San Francisco and also a lot of the Bay Area places like San Jose, Oakland, it's pretty empty. Okay, even Fisherman Wharf, okay, the most popular tourism place in San Francisco, you're getting a lot of empty stores, and that's also receiving a sell to a buyer of an unknown price, but we might know it later on. Now, look at this. Park Hotels and Resorts announced Monday that it will be defaulting on nearly $1 billion of money, and they don't even want this hotel. They're like, if you want this 3,000 room hotel, go for it. You could have it. We don't want it. Nordstrom's like, yet we're out as well. We're also seeing Westfield, one of the biggest malls in all of California. This is a massive one in downtown San Francisco, is giving up space. I mean, look at the mall. Look at how dead this is, okay? Most of the stores are completely empty. Nobody's shopping here. And yeah, I mean, when Nordstrom leaves, which they fully announced they will be doing, the mall expected to be nearly 50% empty. And remember, when you have commercial real estate like this, the expenses are crazy high. Not only do you have the city taxing you to hell, but you also have very high property taxes, very high insurance, including the earthquake insurance. The amount of employees just to keep the maintenance of the building going is costing a lot of money. I mean, I'm pretty sure Westfield isn't even breaking even. Now, if Westfield is making some money, they will keep it open despite the high vacancies. And Westfield wouldn't actually leave if they know the city will recover in the next year or two, because it would just take out a loan and just stay there. But the mere fact that a lot of big investors are feeling that nobody's coming back to the city really shows you that there's a lot of pain. And look at this. I mean, these are big stores. These are like anchor stores that you never want to leave. I mean, good cities, especially some cities in the Midwest, you're actually seeing a lot of these stores opening up. And this is actually causing a massive economic boom for smaller American cities. And a lot of this wealth, it's leaking out of the Bay Area in California, and they're going to other places. Midwestern suburban cities, cities that you've never even heard of under 300,000 people, are really, really flourishing. Now, you do see the city has a massive vacancy level. Okay, asking rents for retail prices that have dropped 21%. I guarantee you, if you go to San Francisco and you ask if you want to rent a space, you could get more than 21%. You get like 30, 35, even 50% at this point. I've seen people asking about rents, and they're getting some pretty crazy deals, and nobody is crazy enough to say yes to it. Considering the fact that the population of San Francisco is probably dropped by 50 to 75,000 people, maybe even more. We just don't know the consensus of 2023, but I guarantee you it's extremely high. Even another massive company, Twitter, is moving out, and this comes just days before the AT&T move out. So Musk has been hinting this for a very long time, but now with like Whole Foods leaving, you also have big tech leaving, and also small startups that you've never even heard of leaving. Elon is like, we're moving out of San Francisco. And what's really funny about this is Elon is refusing to pay property tax and also rent in San Francisco, saying that, hey, if you're not going to clean this place, if you're not going to clean up the homelessness, we're not going to pay rent. Okay, they're also receiving a big lawsuit from Goldman Sachs because of that situation. But it's like a pretty big statement, okay? Nobody is refusing to pay rent and stuff like that. But Elon is. He's like, change, okay? He knows that San Francisco made him a bunch of money, okay? California made him a bunch of money. Now, he probably likes California, but at the same time, he hates the laws there. I mean, at least make the business side easier. By the way, if you're wanting to go to San Francisco and open a store right now, it's very difficult, guys. If you want to open a small restaurant, if you want to open like a little art gallery, not really sure why you ever want to, but if you want to, it's so difficult. I mean, with so many businesses moving out, you would think that opening businesses may be like the best thing a city could do, and maybe lower the requirements of opening cities, and also opening like restaurants and businesses. The requirements of opening anything in San Francisco is very, very high. I mean, look at this. A lot of property tax revenue is being left out. Banks don't even want a lot of these buildings. And look at this. Salesforce said it will leave, its 30-story Salesforce East building downtown. And yeah, they're gone. They don't want this building either. There's so many nice and flashy skyscrapers, and they're honestly becoming emptier more about the day. I think it's not just the city itself. I don't want to fully blame the city, but you're going to have to also look at the remote work situation, which is plaguing a lot of cities around the world. But then again, though, there's still a lot of people who are dreamers and they want to go to a big city and live the big city life, and they're like, screw remote work. But here's the thing. San Francisco is just not it, okay? Guys, I guarantee you, if San Francisco cleans everything up and becomes one of the cleanest cities in the U.S., so many people will go there. It's such a fantastic place to live. Great weather. The vibes are great when it's right. And pre-pandemic, though it had its problems, people put up with it because it's such a nice place, guys. It's next to the Pacific Ocean. There's mountains. You go north, there's Napa Valley, there's Wine County. It's great. So many tech companies in the South, Silicon Valley, all the way to San Jose. You got like the Tesla boys there, Oracle boys. But now, I think it's over. Okay, San Francisco is already facing, for the first time in a very long time, a multi-billion-dollar deficit. And that's not being cleaned up anytime soon. And things are only going to get worse as people move out, because it's a domino effect. Stores leave, you leave. As you leave, more stores leave. And who knows? I mean, America got a Detroit, where the automotive industry left and everyone else left and became like a super poor city. Could this happen in San Francisco? Let's hope not, but it's kind of going down that route.